just check the audio. Datta, you can start till then.
Mute yourself, my man.
Okay, म्यूट हो गया.
Nope. Ah, people can still hear this. I'll have to edit it out later.
कहाँ से होता है म्यूट? ओके हाँ मेरे को मिल गया. यस.
All right, fantastic. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 14th episode of Unsophisticated Gentlemen. It is RahulPal and Dattaprasad. Both of us are unsophisticated and barely gentlemen. But today we have a wonderful guest with us, Mr. Mugerwa, who is a strength and conditioning coach. He's a stand-up comedian, and most importantly, he is an Arsenal fan today, and he will be talking with us about football. We'll later be joined by Bhavneet, who is a Liverpool fan, Liverpool fan, and one of the few Indians who has a name of a football club tattooed upon himself. So we have two very intense fans. While Bhavneet joins us, we will discuss with Mr. Mugerwa a few things about stand-up comedy and few things about fitness, if he's okay with it. Hello, Mr. Mugerwa. How is Dubai right now?
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for having me. It's a big pleasure to be here. I was looking forward to this. But before I give any thanks, I would also like to point out my discrepancies. I'm not happy with the first post that Rahul did with me. I don't know what he was trying to do. Rahul was trying to set me up. Rahul was trying to set me up, and I told him, bro, come on, what's going on? I wasn't even visible. Like, I get it, I'm black. I mean, come on, do something. Help me out. And Rahul did not even try to help me out. But besides that, everything else has been good, and I'm so happy to be here. I can't wait to share with you guys with the great minds and all the passion they have for comedy, football, and obviously fitness, which we'll talk about in a very small, minute detail. And I can't wait to have fun tonight. I think it's going to be a good night.
Awesome. And what is shame on you, Rahul, for the posters?
Yeah, sorry, I was a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I had that kind of morning where you wake and bake.
Bro, that shit was made with AI. There is no way you made it and say this is a good poster. There is no way. No one could look at the poster and say, hey, this is a beautiful poster. Even I was like, what is this guy trying to do? I mean, to be fair, it was funny. And I said, should we just leave it the way it is? Maybe it will be funny. But I'm like, these guys are going to be like, there is a name, but there is no person. Like, who's this guy? Surprise guest. Surprise guest. You don't know who he is. Some random black guy from Africa. No one is going to be coming with him.
I mean, I wonder what it would have been like for Rahul to offend whole of Uganda, because that's the only place he hasn't offended yet. So
I don't think I would have survived.
He was trying to, and to be fair, I mean, he did a very good job because he already did. I mean, if he put it out in public like that, because I saw it, it was a status, man, which meant that he already did. He had intentions to. Which is, but it was just, it was just nothing, to be fair. Nothing to really quote about. We just have to move on because he made another one. He made amends, which is nice.
Yeah.
Right.
That's best. So let's talk about stand-up comedy. I mean, till Bhavneet comes, then we begin the football. But from Uganda, I mean, did you start stand-up comedy in Uganda, or you started stand-up comedy in Dubai itself?
That's a very good question. Datta, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Datta. I can't forget that because I used to buy Datta when I was in Uganda. There's no way I'm forgetting data. When you come to UAE or Dubai, it's more of a subscription. You pay money, they connect you on the Wi-Fi, whatever. But you can buy data if you want, but it's not very common. Here you get postpaid plans and whatever. In Uganda, strictly data, man. Data everywhere. Data. Which is nice. So I come from a country that has a history of I don't know, an interesting history when it comes to culture, society, and politics. So when you bring that together, it's difficult to have um, a community of comedians who have been very consistent. So when I was growing up, the idea of stand-up comedy was not there. It wasn't there when I was younger, but when I started to like become a teenager, then stand-up comedy started to out of nowhere come up. I don't know if you know anything about Uganda, but we've had a president that we love so much that we voted for him for 45 years. We don't want him to go. He's been there 45 years. We like him. Everyone loves this guy. I'm telling you, if this was a relationship, there's no divorce allowed, bro. You can't divorce this. You can't divorce this. It's not acceptable. Anyway, so he has put a lot of pressure on people in general, and people generally, I'll tell you, when I went back to Uganda 2 weeks ago, everyone looked like they were losing hope. People have lost hope in the future. Everyone is just waiting, like we are waiting. And I'll tell you genuinely, people are waiting for the new world or the new Uganda. Now, the old version of Uganda does not have so much in terms of entertainment and stand-up comedians. But the ones who are there, and I will mention one who is called Dr. Hilary Okello, he's doing very, very well. And recently, oh my God, this sounds like Saudi Arabian news. I'm not joking. Recently, we had the very first female comedian, stand-up comedian.
From
Can you
Uganda.
imagine? From Uganda, bro. Now,
Wow, who?
for a country that has no rules as strict as Saudi, we should not be talking about a very first female comedian in the whole of 45 million people. But because the oppression exists and the industry is not supported and people are not really as interested in going to watch stand-up like they would be interested in going to get money or do different things. That's where the problem was. And today I'll tell you that I did not do any stand-up comedy in Uganda. Well, to answer your question, I wasn't able to do any stand-up comedy in Uganda because the industry is not as good as it would be outside Uganda. Like our neighbors, Kenya, and other countries like South Africa, it's amazing to do stand-up comedy there. But and Nigeria too, it's funny. Nigeria would not be the place you'd think of when you want to do stand-up comedy, but these guys are doing well. And they're doing well maybe because they have a democratic system where at least they don't love their president as much as we do. You know what I mean?
I know.
They don't love their president as much as we do.
But
So
did
yeah,
you
I
want
started
did you
stand-up
want to
comedy
do
in
stand
Dubai.
up when you were in Uganda? Like at that time, were you thinking of doing stand up, or did
100%.
Oh,
100%. When I was 16, or apparently maybe like 14 something, I used to see these new stand-up comedians that I had seen at the time. In fact, one of them had gone to the same school with them. And I was like, I want to be on stage. I want to go tell jokes. I want to do ABCD. But I know you guys would understand because India is not also a very first world country. Like it's not very developed. Some people are rich, some are not. There is so many people who are struggling here and there. It's the same story when it comes to Uganda. So when you come in a country that is struggling in economy or culture or society, it's difficult to have a society or a group of people who are just really doing things and other people are there to watch them do whatever they are doing and the industry grows along with the culture or the society. It's difficult. And that's a story that you could put in Uganda. The story of Uganda is change is needed for other things to happen. And the change is not happening. And until it happens, maybe other things will happen. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting and it didn't happen. When I came to Dubai, guys, Dubai, in my opinion, and I'm going to be very honest, Dubai is the actual land of opportunities, the actual land of, I would say, freedom. Because whatever you want, anything you feel you want in Dubai, as long as it is in a positive line, you will achieve anything. And that is massive. There is no other country like UAE in the whole world that will give you the freedom to chase, and it will give you the market to attract the people you actually want, and also give you the exposure. Absolutely not. I don't think there is another place, because guess what? I'm the first stand-up comedian from Uganda in Dubai. You know, I would never be saying these words if this wasn't possible here. To be honest with you,
Yes.
there's not so many Africans doing stand-up comedy in Dubai, but I am a testament of that. Like, I'm doing this. But guess what? 3, 4, 5 years ago, I was homeless. I was homeless in Dubai, the same city. Yeah, it's interesting. During COVID, you know, COVID hit people very differently. But the way it hit me, because of the fitness industry all closing down, everything shut down. You can't get nothing. At some point, I was homeless. I had no home, and I was staying in very different places, and sometimes outside, and maybe behind the cars and whatever. I wasn't even driving to sleep in a car at the time. So it was tough. But to be able to revert myself and come to this, I'm so happy. I'm really happy with this place.
Wow.
And the place gave me so much. So now I'm trying to give back as well through stand-up comedy.
So how did you do
I
that?
haven't.
Like, how did you turn around? Because this seems like a very scary place to be, like homeless and
Oh, oof. Yes, that's a good question, Rahul. Um, I would say that because of the knowledge I'd had before about the place. So when COVID hit, I'd been here maybe about 3 years. So I wasn't in a new place. I had some knowledge about the place and what I was doing. I had some connections with some friends. There are some people I'll never forget during that time. You know, the people really that were there. I mean, I'm not gonna mention names, but people who were not helping me to help me, but they were doing what they had to do for themselves, but in turn, they were helping me. They would never know that. They would never know that. But that's what happened. And because I had the idea, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you guys, but where I come from in Africa, we are very persistent people. We are very resilient, even through thick and thin. I'm telling you, I would go 3, 4 days without a meal, and I'm not going to think about going to Uganda just because there is free food out there. No, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4 days sleeping outside, for example. I'm not going to think it's time for me to go back to Uganda. I'm thinking I need to do something different to make sure that I get out of this situation. So that was my thinking at the time. And honestly, I wasn't thinking at the time, when I was going through all of that I'm going to be a comedian one day. No, it didn't even cross my mind. Like, oh, look at this guy. He's here suffering, he's homeless. One day he's going to be a comedian. Of course, there's no time to laugh about it. No. At that time, I was like in survival mode. I remember this was the very first time I even got involved with the police, the Dubai police. Now, if you understand how the
they are
Dubai
really
police works
scary.
here, yeah, the Dubai police here
Yeah,
is
they
very
don't fuck.
scary.
They don't fuck
No,
with
no,
anyone.
exactly. They don't tolerate bullshit to start with.
Yeah.
They do their job smartly. There's no such thing as corruption here that you're gonna go under the table. Nothing. When I got homeless, it was because I had been scammed by a certain Pakistani. I'm not gonna even say that Pakistani. Fuck these guys, man. Fuck these guys, man. Oh, I'm telling you, I was from that day kind of very skeptical when I'm dealing with the Pakistani. I'm like, what does this guy have for me now? You know, even if he's a legitimate, to be fair, most of them who are here, they are legitimately doing work, they're earning their money right, they're not doing anything dubious. But as you know, I mean, when you meet a Nigerian, you either thinking this motherfucker's gonna scam me or something, you know? That's what he's thinking. So that's the idea now I have towards certain Pakistanis, because I had a very bad experience during COVID. And this guy made me homeless. He set up a home. He set up a home. I don't know what kind of deal he had with this owner of the home. I don't know whether he knew something that we did not know. He set up a home. He told us this home is cheaper during COVID. I can get it to you. We paid him money. After we paid him money, and then they came and evicted us in a week. They told us to leave. And all the money that we had, I had my sister with me, I had my ex-girlfriend with me, and we had nowhere to go. I'm telling you, we
You were not
slept on
just
the
alone, you had
streets.
your family with you as well at that time. I just
No,
thought
no. Ex-girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend.
especially my sister. I felt bad for my sister because she had just arrived in the country. She had just arrived like maximum 3 weeks in the country,
Mhm.
and I was here. She has nowhere to stay. She has no home to live in, and I thought that I'd got her a very good home, and here we are, no home, and we're on the street. I was so thrown back. So what I did, because she's a girl, I rented, or I actually got a hotel for her to stay. So when she stayed, I was sleeping outside because obviously, I mean, I don't want to be inconveniencing her. She's here. She has to do her thing. She has to get privacy. So I decided I'll stick it out. And if I stick it out on the street, it will give me more view to go chase more goals. Yes, for sure. So that's what I did. I mean, it was tough, but we're
And
here now, and I'm so
what happened
happy.
with the police? Like you said, there was an altercation with the police as well.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, so because I was angry, I had lost about, I don't know how much this is in rupees,
Mm-hmm.
but it was about 12,000
Shit.
12,000 dirhams.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, the
So
guy who's doing the
Datta,
data.
yeah, Datta,
Yes.
Datta.
Yeah,
Data,
yeah.
can you do the
I'm on
data
it.
for us, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the conversion of 12,000 dirhams uh,
In
in
rupees. By the
in
way,
rupees.
currency of Uganda is dirhams, is it right?
No,
No?
No.
no. So that money in Uganda will be 12 million Ugandan shillings, which
Oh
is
my.
a load of money, bro. I would go and marry 4 wives at a go with 12 million Ugandan shillings, bro. I'm telling you. So this guy was taking women away from me, bro. I'm not happy. I wasn't happy. Taking women, taking possession, taking cows, sheep, goats, and even land, man. That's too much money. So
By
this
the way,
guy, how
Mm-hmm.
much is it in rupees?
280,000.
Oh,
Nice.
so 2,80,000.
Yeah, yeah.
There you
Almost
go.
3
That's a
lakh.
lot
There
of
you go.
money. That's a lot of money.
That's all the money that I had, and I had that money, and I wanted to make sure that at least I put it towards rent so we can sleep right. At least sleep right as we try
Mm.
to forge a way forward. We gave the money to a Pakistani, and he took it and he ran away with
Wow.
it.
So, like,
Yeah, but
didn't
so
anything happen with him?
with the police. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So, did anything happen? Like, were you able
So
to
I
put a
go to
case
the
on him?
police. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
So the thing is here. The police always tend to give cases that are serious, only serious cases, priority, and cases that have evidence. If you have no evidence, you're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even try to go to the police. They will laugh in your face. And I like that. But then when it's on you or it's
Mm-hmm.
against you, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
If someone scams you and you have no evidence that they scammed you, you're not you there's no way you're not going to report. Plus, if you're going to report a case, it costs money. It's not free
Mm-hmm.
to report a case in Dubai, right? So you're
Mm-hmm.
going to go report a case, and then they'll tell you go to the court. To the court, you have to pay fees, you have to do da 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 da, and get a lawyer. When you get a lawyer, the lawyer wants money. So in the end of it all, you don't even do anything, and you stop right there. So what I
Yeah.
did, I went to the police and I sat down in the parking lot. I sat down right next to the office. I said, "Bro, I'm not leaving, bro, until you get this guy out here. He's taking
Mm.
my money. Here's his phone number." Bro, this guy. This guy was also tired, man. He was like, "What is this black man doing here, wasting my time?" He grabbed
Mm-hmm.
me and
Oh.
threw me out.
Wow. Wow.
He grabbed me and threw me out. And I was like, "Bro, you're not respecting the 2 meter rule of COVID. Just grab me." Self distance doesn't count, bro. What is self distance? You have to maintain 2 meters between each other. He didn't care. He grabbed me, threw me out. When you have evidence, come back. I had no evidence, so I
Wow.
stayed
Ah.
out. Yeah,
Wow.
but look again. I was naive. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel bad. I don't feel bad today because at least I learned the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
I learned the hard way after sleeping on the street, after going through the experiences. Now I know that if I'm going to deal with a Pakistani, I have to be careful. I mean, I have to be
Man.
very, very.
You know,
This guy was from Peshawar. You know
you
this
could
guy's
have
from Peshawar?
just learned it if you had known any Indians. All of us Indians, we hate Pakistanis. We would have just told you that don't believe about.
Yeah, you know what? I knew it beforehand, but I was like, bro, let them deal with themselves. But then I think it came to me. It came to me. I was like, now I want to deal with this guy as well. I'm always rooting for India when it comes to cricket now because of that guy. I don't care
Wow.
whatever happens. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, it's a win-win for all of us. But I mean, I hope I see him one day. You know, in the next life. When I see him, I'm not going to tell him to pay me back money because money will be useless. I
Yeah.
want to.
Beat him.
I just want, bro.
No,
No,
okay.
I want to humiliate him. Maybe I'll ask him to suck my dick, bro, just to make me feel better.
Oh my goodness.
Just to make me feel better. Because fuck this guy, man. He ruined my life. He ruined
Yeah.
my life.
At least you could give you a blowjob, at least, like make you feel good
At
for
least
some
one.
time.
Man, come on, for 12,000, you can do. You should do something. Do something. You just can't take money like that. No.
So did
No.
there like any point of time there did a moment came where you thought of opening your own OnlyFan or something like did you get
Well, uh, so it's a good question. It's a very good question because for someone who's a great thinker, you have to think of options. You know, so I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna give you an answer, but I guess you can guess as well. Huh? I'm not gonna be giving answers on that one, but I'll let you take the guess. I'll let
yeah
you take the
because I've
guess.
seen a lot of fitness coaches and they all have some sugar mommy with them yeah right.
Forget them, bro. So they don't all have sugar mummies. I think it's mostly the African guys who have the sugar mummies,
Yeah.
and I don't blame them because all of us are looking for money. To be fair, yeah. And if someone is willing to give you the money and also tell you, look, you just don't get the money, but you also get the pussycat. I'm like, yo, why not? Why not?
It's a
So I
bad
don't
dude.
blame anyone doing this. I don't
Yeah.
blame them. No.
Yeah, like you were like, that's why I do all the planks. That's
Yeah,
why I
bro.
just.
This is why we. So you guys know this, that there is the law of attraction, but whatever that is and whatever psychology is behind the law of attraction, I don't want to think about it. I want to think about physically.
Yeah.
Physically, when you see a fat woman, bro, you're not attracted to her. Well, some might be. I'm not saying chubby. I'm saying fat. Fat is
Right.
different from chubby. Now, when you see a slim, not slim in such, but someone who's curvy, your instinct become holistic. It runs to attraction,
You
and you're like,
instantly like,
man, you
can you
know.
repeat? Can you repeat? Like your voice got
Yes,
like.
yes, yes. So I was saying that. So I was saying that when you see a woman,
Yeah.
there is a joke. There is a joke
Uh-huh.
in Kenya. There's a guy who says, a broke man is an equivalent of a fat woman.
What?
Think about that. Think about that. Women are attracted to money.
Right.
When women see a man with a Range Rover, a man with some money, he has a house and whatever, they instantly like that man.
Yes.
We don't think that way. Also, we look at women who are slimmer and fat. If we find a fat woman, there is no attraction. But a slimmer one, there is a possibility that we might be attracted to them. So
Yes.
a broke man is equivalent to a fat woman in terms of
Oh.
dating.
Oh, got it. Right. Yeah.
Right.
You think about it. So
Wait, wait, wait.
when we go back,
Sorry to interrupt everyone. We have Bhavneet among us. Bhavneet, you're on mute or you're not audible
Yeah,
completely.
you're not audible.
Okay,
Sorry, I
he
didn't
will
get his name. What's his
join
name
us
again?
back. Meanwhile, काफी अच्छा yeah. Please continue. Sorry to interrupt you, Mugerwa.
Yes. So. Well, the question was
Yeah, you.
about the attraction women would
Yeah.
have towards a guy. A guy. That's why we
Hmm.
do all the planks and whatever. Rahul said. I was saying that yes, you do that for a purpose. There is a reason why you do whatever you do. You just don't go around doing
Hmm.
nothing for no reason. You want to stay fit. You want to stay healthy. You also want to stay longer because I mean it doesn't make sense for you to get one girl and then live with her forever, man. You have to live long enough to see
Yeah.
other women as well. I mean, people don't get this shit, but this is how it's supposed to be. And
Yeah.
smart people have worked it out. Get a woman, get children, divorce, get another one. Don't
Yeah.
waste time. Don't waste time. And even if you can, while you're still with that woman, also get another woman along with her. If she finds out, then you deal with her. I mean, come on. Why waste time, bro?
You should.
People don't understand this.
Do you
But
also
it's
have?
easy. I mean,
Do you also give
yeah, go on.
dating coach? Are you also a dating coach for guys like along with the
Well,
fitness coach?
my kind of advice is not the mainstream type. So what I do, I keep it to myself. I keep it to myself. My ex-girlfriend, if she had this, she would kill me because it's very nonsensical. But most of
Yeah,
it is
even
not
my
true. But
girlfriend would kill me after listening to this.
Yeah, it is a kind of
100%.
advice
But be
only
careful.
us. Yeah, please, Mugerwa, please continue.
Yeah, you had a
He just
question.
said, "Be careful." You can ask.
Yeah, it is a kind of advice only a person who is fit can give. Otherwise, if you're not strong, if you can't run away, and if you have more than one woman, you're going to get
100%. 100%. You know
beaten
what? You know
up
what?
badly by.
Yeah. So I also realized this. I'll give you another comparison. When a woman has money, she will pick who she fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys, am I allowed to be explicit? Like, can I
Yeah, of
say
yes,
that?
course, of
yes,
course, of
please.
course.
Yeah,
Full on.
Perfect. I've already swear too much. I was asking to write a video
Yeah.
after swearing too much. I don't know. I'm so stupid. So, a woman who has money will choose who she fucks. She
Hmm.
does not wait for people to come to her.
yeah,
And yet, interestingly, when a man has money and chooses who he wants to fuck, then there is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't understand. This is double standards, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Everyone, even if you're a broke man, like I mean, if even if you're a broke man, but then you get accepted to get something, do it. I mean, have fun because I don't see the whole point of trying to stress too much. Rahul, I like Rahul only. Rahul, what the fuck is that, man? Like seriously, are you joking?
Yeah.
What do you like about Rahul? Is it because he's bald? I mean, have you seen Mugerwa? Mugerwa is a bald guy too. But have you seen Datta? Datta knows his shit, man. He could be a good guy. I mean, I don't get it. I swear I don't get it. Look, we're the only species,
Species.
human beings, that think monogamy is
Hmm.
the right way to go. Right, like with the only species. But in
Yeah.
truth, if we were open enough to understand that polygamy is actually way better than monogamy, maybe the world will be a better place. Most of these crimes you see, most of these crimes
Hmm.
are caused by just these stupid ass feelings that we get here and
Yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
get feelings for something, and then you get
Hmm.
so. I've seen Indian boys hanging themselves. I've seen them. I've seen them jumping from the roof of
Okay. In
high
Dubai.
tower. And no,
oh
no,
yeah,
no, 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 no. These stories I
Okay.
get them from the India Times and whatever.
okay, fine.
I get these stories from the India Times. No one is publishing them here in Dubai. Or Dubai, no one is doing it. People here working. But you see them a lot. People cut themselves here as well. Right? They,
Yeah.
they, they do this. I
Yeah.
used to hear this
Yeah,
when I was young. Yeah.
because
And
they
this
dream.
is funny because there is a big community of Indians in Uganda.
Uh-huh.
So we get to hear of their stories. There's a
Hmm.
big community. And what you hear is Indians, they love and love. The love in India is too much. You know
Yeah.
why? Because somehow, somewhere, Rahul was forced to get a girl he did not even like. Somehow, I mean, he probably liked her. I don't know. But Rahul is just trying to fuck. He doesn't want this guy. Like, he doesn't love the girl. He just wants to fuck. And
To
if you
fuck,
give him
yeah.
another one, he will still fuck the same girl. So you're like, Rahul is in love with this girl, and the girl believes it. The girl believes Rahul loves her. That's what the problem is. And Rahul's also like, oh, baby, 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 baby.
I'd like to interrupt a bit here. So we have Bhavneet in the midst of us. Bhavneet, can you speak and we can hear your voice?
Hi guys.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
I thought we were doing a football podcast.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
we were just
We
waiting
are
for
doing
you
football
to do
podcast,
that.
but
I didn't know
without
we were
you,
equalizing Rahul. I would have charged more for that.
So, one more question. Like, has your dating preferences did they change after coming from Uganda to Dubai? Like, are you dating different chicks now, and you were dating different chicks back then?
The only problem would be if I went to a country like India, I would only be dating Indians. You see?
Yeah.
But because I don't know whether they would even accept me. So, because I've seen a video where a guy was talking to an Indian nurse. He was a Ghanaian guy. And he's like, hey, Africa good. No, nurse, Africa big, Africa big. So I don't know what the conversation was or the context, but she said she didn't like Africans because they were big somehow. Maybe she
Uh-huh.
knew of certain things that
Yeah,
we don't
some
know.
people are
But
jealous like that.
Somehow, yeah.
yeah, apparently. But being in Dubai gives you the opportunity to see different cultures and meet different people, and I like that. I like that. But what I would say is, what Willis that is cute. Willis, it is cute. It is also very dangerous because it is easy to veer off the way. You know, I know for sure that the number one problem of man in this world, the number one problem is woman. Yes, yes.
Not for
This is
JP.
controversial. It's controversial, but it's true. If you focus too much on the woman, there's a very likelihood that everything you have, you will lose. But if you focus too much on yourself or focus too much on many women, there's a very likely that everything you have, you will stay with it. You know what I mean? Keep as many as you can around.
Yeah.
Don't focus on one.
Tiger Woods would disagree. Like, he tried to do that, but he
Tiger
got.
Woods would agree.
My girlfriend listening to this would disagree.
oh yeah, he has shit. By the way, छोटा सा intro for Bhavneet.
For
Bhavneet
Bhavneet.
is a comedian formerly from Hyderabad, now in Bangalore, gainfully employed, and and one of the few people who I know has Liverpool tattooed on his arm, right?
That's right. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought that guy had a Liverpool tattoo on his ass, bro.
Yeah, I can
That would
testify.
be a
He
great
did
place
see it. He did see
That
it.
would be a great place. I know. To be fair, the best place to put it would be your dick. You know, because think about it. Every time you fuck Everton fan, you fucking her literally with. he knows what I'm talking about because Everton is the immediate rival.
Yeah,
of,
immediate rival of
Yeah.
Liverpool.
or
But
immediate rival of
you
Liverpool.
can't
I
really
mean, to
say
be
rivals.
called a rival, also you need to have something, right?
They haven't won any match like for
Like you know,
5-6 years
a
now.
younger sibling that is like 40 years younger is no rival. Like it's just born, and you have like you have the wealth of the world. Like it's not a rival. I mean,
They
yeah,
are
it
rivals,
is, but
regardless.
Yeah.
you
They
know
are
what I
rivals.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just show up. They just show up in our games. I don't know how they do it.
What's your match watching ritual? Like, how do you watch it? Do you go out to get beers and then you watch the football, or you have friends around? Uh, Mugerwa,
No.
this is question for you. How do you watch football?
So obviously, guys, there are some matches that are late, some that are early kickoffs, and some that are evenings. So it depends on the timing. So if it is a good day where I'm doing nothing and the timing is right, I'll find myself at the Arsenal Football fan club somewhere in Dubai, in a place called Media City. Yeah, that's where we go, and we gather together. We sing all the colonizers' songs, and we enjoy the music. We enjoy the colonizers' beers as well. You know, we eat the
We
colonizers'
do all that
food
shit.
while we give him
Yeah.
money. You know, it's kind of depressing, but there's nothing to do. He already took our bread, so we surrendered as well.
Do
We
you
surrendered. So yeah, that's
ever
what happens.
think?
But if it's a late kickoff,
Mhm.
Do you?
if it's a late kickoff, I would find myself home. Like tonight, there is a game, right? We're watching a game tonight. Arsenal is playing, so I'll be watching that home. But if it is a big game like Real Madrid and it's late,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my bed has to miss me for a while. I have to be outside trying to cheer on my team. Yeah, that's what happens.
And Bhavneet, what's your ritual?
No, before the ritual, I wanted to ask him, do you also think about the freedom fighters of your country before you sing the songs? Because I do. Like,
That's a
if
good question.
Gandhi watched me do this, if Gandhi saw my Liverpool tattoo, he'd be so pissed. He's like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I didn't eat, motherfucker. I didn't eat for years. What's wrong with you?
I had
I'm
civil
like,
disobedience. You were supposed to
like,
watch.
one of our own, one of our own. Trent is one of our own.
Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have so many freedom fighters in Uganda. So
Yeah.
I get away with it. Yeah, I get away with it. It's easy to get away with this one. But
That's
if
cool.
there was if there was a figure as big as Gandhi, I would say, yeah, maybe I would have to think about it. No, so no, I don't think about those guys.
Nice. That's damn cool.
Matlab, Uganda went from colonizers to dictators directly. So
What a shift!
Yeah.
What a shift!
What a shift, yeah.
You know, it would never have been any better, to be honest. I think we needed that because, bro, we are very stubborn people, huh? African people. We don't listen. We don't listen. We don't follow any rules. When there is a queue, you'll find 4 or 5 there, and they're saying, we are in a queue, all of them. But the queue's supposed to be straight. So to say that we moved from colonizers to dictators, I don't see why not. I mean, I think we are cool right there. I think we're cool right there. We don't need anything else. If we get any sort of decent democracy,
Like us.
the country will run in turmoil. We will be in ruins. Everything would go to shreds. We can't even handle it. Imagine if you gave an African man freedom that do whatever you want. My brother, the entire country, the entire world would be full of black people. I'm not joking.
No way you said that.
Do
No
whatever
way
you
you said
want.
that.
Do whatever you want.
We'll do this again. Let's assume that you didn't say that. You wanna go
I'm
again?
saying, guys, we're just getting started. There's a lot that is going to be said tonight. I'm sure that it's not going to be nice stuff.
Love it.
I mean, think about it. There is a place in India. I don't know the exact name, but it has African people. Not like African people who have migrated there, but people who are born there and they look African. Can you guys
Yeah,
help me?
there's a village. Right, I remember.
What is it called?
Yeah, Datta can search it.
on it. Yes.
That you're being slow with this, man. That I don't know. You're being slow. Are you jacking off or something?
You're sure GPT is taking Datta's job for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that-
People who
come
lose
on.
jobs to AI.
Datta would be the first one.
First. That's why
Yeah,
the
Datta,
podcast.
please help
GPT
us,
is
help
not
us.
doing podcast yet.
So AI is also like, is it interfering with your work? Like fitness coach, is AI replacing it or?
I honestly think that AI has impacted everyone in positive and maybe negative ways, if you like. And we're still kind of stuck in the old school ways of doing work because it's the Gen Zs that are all about AI. You know, they like AI like crazy.
Yeah.
To be fair, our time is going to come to an end, but while we're still here, we'll still do the things the same way we thought that is right. So we still use papers, we still try to use a bit of computers here and there. I mean, that's me, I'm talking about myself. But people are obviously adapting to using AI to design programs, and all the other stuff, to be fair. And also, they do work online. There is one thing that I have never done as a fitness coach. I've never trained anyone online in my life. Never.
Wow.
I tried with a lady during COVID,
And then
and all I was seeing was her hips, man. I wasn't even doing the coaching graph. So you'll forgive me that I can't focus during a video call when someone is literally squatting in front of me, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? They're doing every move that you've ever imagined or fantasize about online, right on your phone, brother. Can you imagine? You have a client, she's a lady, and she's wearing this tight Lululemon, Lululemon sticky pants. What do they call them? They call
yoga
them
pants.
yoga pants. Yeah, yoga pants. Rahul, you know these things. I know you know
Yeah.
these things. She's wearing these Lululemon yoga pants, and she is squatting in front of you. Not just squatting, she planks sometimes. She raises her legs sometimes the other day, and then oh my god, you're like, god damn it, man! And you're in your own room, bro, your own house, and she can't see you. No one can see you. You know what I'm gonna do next, bro? You know what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna get some lotion and turn off the camera, and then I do the job. You know what's
Private
this is
session.
what most trainers. So I don't do online coaching because for me it's very personal.
I was also thinking like if I can make apps through AI on my photos, then why do I need a fitness coach? I can just Photoshop myself on make an avatar.
So fortunately, AI has not yet reached to that level, but I think they're coming.
Yeah, there will be a day.
Yes,
There
they're
will be a
coming.
day. Did you find that village, Datta?
Yes, it is called Jambur in Gujarat.
Oh, it's in Gujarat.
Yes, because Gujarat is a what do you say, has a coast with it. A lot of people from Africa did migrate to Gujarat, and the place
A
is
lot of
called
Gujarati people did migrate to Africa too, right?
yes,
Yeah.
Huge
I
Guju
think
population.
the people hate Gujaratis there, na the local people
yes.
in
So,
Africa.
in 1975, sorry for going into cricket trivia, there was a team. अबे sorry, अच्छा ठीक है, fine. I'll pull back, Mama.
Boo.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. I cannot say no to cricket as an Indian.
So
Indian.
in 1975, there was a team in the World Cup which had East Africa in it, and East African team did not have any African people. It was just Gujarati people playing from East Africa. So, yes. So,
That's cute.
yeah.
That's
But
cute.
sorry for bringing cricket into football. Please.
Yeah, you were talking about that
Continue
village.
with your rivalry here. Liverpool versus
Can you
Arsenal.
share the screen? Can you share the screen and show us that village?
What village? Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Just a second. I'll share
Is
this.
it possible?
Also, Liverpool and Arsenal, we don't have a rivalry yet.
Yeah, yet. So
Yeah.
it will be your 20th title, na, this year?
Mm-mm.
Fuck us. And
That's
it will
one
be the
less. That's one less year than when last Arsenal won it.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Ah.
I'm just saying.
If I speak, I will be in trouble.
Let's get in trouble.
But I'll try to respect my brother here and remind him of the days before they won the COVID Cup. It's called the COVID Cup, right?
Right.
Before the COVID Cup, these brothers of mine here had taken over 30 years without winning a trophy, if I'm not mistaken, the league.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think, yeah. So he has no right to be commenting about 20 years when it comes to Arsenal.
That's true.
He knows the pain. In fact, he should be putting an arm around the shoulders of Arsenal, saying, "We know, and hang in there. Everything's gonna be okay." He knows because we know the pain as well. So he shouldn't be doing this for us. Telling, "Oh, that's 1 year less than Arsenal last won a trophy." Yes. What about you? I mean, it was what 10 years more than whatever when we won the trophy. Where were you when we were going invisible? Where were you?
All I'm saying is people used to call us history merchants, and now that Arsenal are doing it for us, I just love it. Because we used to remind people of history, and now others remind us of it. So it's a good place to be. I'm not complaining. It's a cup, all right. The COVID cup.
We're on a good trajectory. We're on a good trajectory. I think this
Yeah, it's a
is
6-year trajectory, right?
yeah.
So it's a
This is
6-year no
something
trophy trajectory, if I'm right.
we're going to overcome this. There is nothing for me. You know, when I hear of
अभी
Liverpool,
थोड़ी देर stop ही कर दे screen. Yeah, I
Pardon?
was just telling you to like you can stop the screen share because you are still talking about the football.
Yeah,
Then
continue.
we can. But guys, which was your favorite match of the season? Like for Arsenal and for Liverpool? Have you guys
good
been
question.
following all the matches?
Oh, no doubt.
Even Bhavani as
I
well.
mean, look at both of us. This is like half our personality. If we
100%,
lose this,
100%.
if we lose, I don't know what to do. The 3 months when there's no football on, I'm just like, okay, then what do people do on Fridays and Saturdays? So yeah, we watched all our
Yeah,
matches,
bro.
I think.
Just watch highlights. So I have a bad habit where I go back to all the games of the season, and I watch one by one every weekend until the 3 months are done, so that I can make myself feel better, like I watched an Arsenal game. Yeah, so that's what I tend to do. But if I think there is no doubt that for Arsenal fans this season, the best game is not just my opinion, but almost everyone's opinion was the game against Real Madrid. I
Yeah.
Facts.
mean, everything was against Arsenal. The odds were against Arsenal, but for some reason, we did not. For me, I wasn't shocked because I know Arsenal, and I'm sure Bavri. I don't know his name to be.
Mavneet,
I'm sorry.
Bhavani,
Mavneet, Mavneet.
you can say
Sorry,
how
say that again.
Yeah, you can call me B. Just call me B.
Call you what again?
B.
No, 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 no,
Alphabet
no. I'm
B,
not
B
gonna
for
call you B,
Bombay.
brother. You're gonna try again.
yeah.
I'm not gonna just mention one syllable in
Alpha, yeah,
your
B.
entire name and just be like, "Oh, that's cool. We're cool right there." No, but he will tell you how strong Arsenal is because he knows the strength of Arsenal in
Mhm.
the last 2, 3, 4 seasons. So when we're facing Madrid, it wasn't like, "Oh, I'm scared. We're gonna play." Yes, they have pedigree, but I was like excited rather than scared. But
Right.
we overcame such a monstrous beast, and I would say that's been our best game so far. I don't know about
So the first one or the second
Liverpool.
one? Which leg did you like more?
The first one was spectacular. The first
Magic.
one was spectacular. Expected to win, but because we win in Santiago Bernabeu, I didn't like that game because there was a lot of start stop. The
Yeah.
2 free kicks from Declan Rice was
A
mad. I would
match.
say the first game was
So
better.
I didn't watch the match, the first match, but I saw just the highlight of one soup the free kick from Declan Rice, and then I thought maybe yeah he hit one of the free kicks and it was just just one free kick out of nowhere, you know. Then I watched the highlights and I was like, oh, he just
He
like
did it
again,
again.
yeah, he again did it
He
again.
did it again. He was like, "Fuck you! I can do this shit as well."
Yeah, they were
And cost
50
me
million
100
each.
million.
And
The
Yes.
each free kick was 52 million each, so he paid for his price and
right,
like worth it, bro.
worth
Like
it.
I'm not even an Arsenal fan. Honestly, I'm not a fan of Arsenal in general.
Uh-huh.
Like it's okay, we share this. You know, So Arsenal and Liverpool, no, we are not rivals as such, right? We don't share a rivalry. We are just cousins who don't like each other. Like a parent spotted sometime.
Yeah.
There is some disputed land. We don't know, but we're like, okay, just get the fuck out of here, right? That's the general vibe, right?
Yes.
Because we have bigger villains in life, both of us.
Mhm.
But that game, when I watched the Real Madrid Arsenal game, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Well, like, get these fucking Real Madrid bitches out right
Uh,
now.
no
It
one
was,
likes
it was
that
beautiful to watch.
this Real
No,
Madrid team, right?
it's not about no one likes them. It's about how much Liverpool hates them.
Mhm.
We've lost out 3 finals to Real Madrid.
But that
Okay,
was
in the
because of the
last six
Karius, your
years.
own goalkeeper. Like he was paid by Real Madrid or something. That
I mean,
goalkeeper.
that's I don't think what amount of payment does that. I don't think there is an amount
He
that will
missed
let a
two straight goals.
professional athlete do that. But that I think
Mm.
Madrid, the win against Madrid is very much like I feel Liverpool's win against Barcelona, the 4-0. That
Right.
then sent us to a title for our
Mhm.
first Champions League title. in years since 2005. And I feel like I think there are good things. As much as I hate to say this, I think there are like very, very
Mm-hmm.
promising good things coming from Arsenal in the next few years. Like I think they are going to be the title
Mm.
contenders, the main ones, the ones to beat.
Yeah, they
Uh,
are even planning to sign Jokeres right now, right?
but like it's not about the signings. It's about matlab, for the first time in years, for the first time in like I think now 16 years of watching football, I've seen that Emirates Stadium bounce like it's fucking Anfield. Okay,
Yes,
that's
yes, 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 yes.
that's not happened. Like chips are down,
Yes.
stadium's bouncing. Normally, Arsenal concede one goal and the stadium starts booing by halftime. It's half empty. Has the Arsenal IQ? No. You remember the last years of
Man
Wenger,
said
right?
normally. Man said
Yeah.
normally.
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 But this time you just feel it. You just know. I genuinely hope Arsenal win the Champions League
Champions League.
this time,
Yes,
and then
we
just
need
keep
that. We
watching
need
the
top
Premier
top.
League for a few years because I need a few for Liverpool. But I genuinely
I,
hope you all get the Champions League, man.
I think it's gonna be nice if we win the Champions League. But I hope we do. But it's a bit tough, as you can see. The clubs that are remaining, they're also really tough clubs.
I
The
mean,
next,
okay, you're trying not to jinx it. I get it.
yeah. You know, to be fair, you know,
I get it.
I don't know whether I believe much into
Dude,
words.
I'm telling you, we were playing Tottenham in the final. I said, "Oh, it's a tough game." We both know I'm lying. I
Yeah.
get it. I totally get it. Yeah, it's tough opponents. Yeah, Milan. Difficult.
I think we have a higher chance of winning the Champions League than any of the teams, apart from Barcelona.
Yeah.
Apart from
What
Barcelona.
about PSG? PSG is also playing really well.
Bro, I'm not worried about PSG, man.
Bro, you
Really, I'm
should
not
be
worried
worried
about
about
PSG.
They
PSG.
are very different this year.
You should
No.
be worried about PSG, bro. I was not worried about PSG. Look at us now.
Yeah, bro. Now that's the problem. If you ask B's favorite game of the season, they will tell you PSG versus Liverpool, the one he lost.
Mm.
Not even the ones he won, because they were outplayed. But what B is forgetting, that Arsenal is not Liverpool. You know, Arsenal is a
I
different beast.
know we
We have
have more
won.
titles. We have Champions League.
Let's
Six,
go into the
six.
history. We can talk about history all we like. We can talk about history all we
I'm
like.
fucking
But
with it.
when
I'm
the only
fucking with it.
club
Go
was
for it. Go
beaten,
for it. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it.
yeah, with the club, the only club was beaten Madrid in the Santiago Bernabeu, not once but twice. Yeah, not once but twice. So if you think about it, we're not going to approach PSG and be like, "Oh my God, we're so scared about this team that has even never won the trophy as well." You know, we're going to. I know, and I know for a fact that PSG, where they are now, they did not want to meet us. They did not. They did not pray to meet Arsenal. They would rather
That's
would
true.
have played Inter Milan or maybe even Barcelona, because they played them before, but not Arsenal. And for the fact that we played them this season again in the group stages and we
Yeah.
beat them 2-0, I think they have no chance against us. This is what I think.
Mm.
But because maybe Thomas Partey will be missing in that game, this is where I see a problem. But I guess Ateta will have answers to that. So I'm not worried. The only thing I'm worried about, really, is the final. That's all I'm worried about. I want to be there. And I'm worried about that I'm not going to be there to see Arsenal lift the trophy. Do you think we've come all this way just to go back with our tails between our legs? I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
once Real Madrid is out of the tournament, you can truly believe. Like
Yeah.
that's the rule I've learned. So they are really out, and you
But
can
yeah.
truly believe.
Yes. I think now we're allowed to dream
The
as
fact that you
Arsenal
threw them
fans.
out, right? The fact that you guys threw them out, just I mean, it's absolutely. But honestly, I
So I
feel
just
like
take some water
I
and
hope
come back.
what
Give me
you
two
are
minutes.
saying, right? Yeah, I hope what you are saying right now, right, about you're not being worried about PSG, right? I hope that does not flow into the team, because that's exactly how we were before the two legs, and their midfield fucking outplayed us, dude. I'm telling you, I follow the French league as well, like closely, because the stars are there. I really like watching the stars at PSG do their tricks, because the others are all the farmers league, right? We all know about that. So I'm telling you, PSG has become a different animal this half of the season. They got a real passion, and I feel if even one of your midfielder that day is off your game, which is again already a concern, right? It can get very, very difficult. I'm telling you, it's not going to be a match where you open the beer in the 6th minute. I mean, you will wait till the end. and then
Yes,
open
yes.
like a ton of them either way. Right?
So
Uh,
PSG's
uh,
manager is
uh,
Luis Enrique right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So,
a
so, so I'm not saying it like I'm not worried. I'm saying it like they are a different team compared to the opposition we faced, like Madrid,
Madrid.
for example.
hmm.
Yeah, we're not gonna approach PSG the same way we approach Madrid. Yes, and I see what you're saying because they have three tricky players. I think, in my opinion,
Very,
who
very
are
good. Yes.
yeah,
Dembele
very
is
tricky
having a
players
season of his life.
who could do anything, who
Yeah.
could do anything, and I'm not surprised that one of them is black. So I think I gotta give respect where it's due. Actually, not one but two. So, oh no, no,
Love
no!
it.
You look at the entire PSG team; it's almost an African team, bro. If you think,
That's true.
if you think
Yeah.
of that.
That's true.
So these guys have the quality to do anything against Arsenal. And yes, I agree they could dump us out for sure if we become complacent.
Yeah.
But in this tie, Arsenal is the better team, and we're going to
Yeah,
approach it
absolutely.
as the dominant team.
Absolutely. No, see, one more thing I had to ask you.
Mhm.
I've had this opinion for years now. I think at least 2 3 seasons I've been holding on to this opinion. I genuinely feel
Yes.
that the only reason Arsenal has not won the title yet is because your defense, especially Gabriel, is not a
Mm,
character. Like you all are missing a huge personality in defense. I mean, these are good
Mhm.
defenders we are talking about, right? You have a very, very sound
mm,
defense, but there's no personality like a Van Dijk, I'd say. I'm
Mhm.
biased because I'm Liverpool, but you get it. Like where's your Puyol at? Where's your Van Dijk at? Where's your Ramos at? Right? And I
49.
feel it's that in that 96th minute when a defender says no, fuck it, I'll score and win the game. That's where titles are won. And I honestly feel Gabriel is not one of those people. He's just too much of a crybaby. I feel I'm sorry for saying it like that, but I think that's the only reason. Like the second you'll replace him with a better defender, with more character, not in terms of skill, just more character. Just heart in that dying moments. When Arteta also gives up, a defender steps up and says, "No, fuck you, Arteta. I'll show you what I'm." That's Ramos's entire career. That's
Uh-huh.
been Van Dijk for a long time. So I feel that's the only reason you'll have not won because it was right there for the taking.
So isn't
Sorry
Saliba
to
like
bring
that?
again Saliba,
very,
great
very
defender,
good
but
shout,
where's the
Rahul.
character?
Very, very good shout. Saliba is more like that than Gabriel, in fact.
But then
If
being
if
more
if you
than that when compared to Gabriel is nothing, right? Because Gabriel is like zero. So Saliba is like at 10. But
no,
you
no,
need like
no.
a
So
huge
so so
personality.
no, no. Unfortunately, it's funny. It's funny because uh, Gabriel is the leader in the back line, and
Mm,
it's not even recognized as much on the outside than it is on the Arsenal fans who are inside.
yeah.
Gabriel is the leader in the Arsenal group or the back line because he's the older one. Don't forget that. Saliba is so highly rated, number one. So highly rated because he is young. He's only 22 or
Yeah.
23, I don't know.
Very much like
So
Konate.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And because he's so good at 22, it shadows Gabriel. And also, let us also not be biased here. Saliba is a very handsome young man. Yeah, I mean, if it was me and him, and I'm the best defender in the world, they would still pick him because he's a handsome man. Look at me, fucking ugly black motherfucker from Africa. No one is gonna pick you. If you look at Gabriel and Saliba, and we human beings are very, very biased because we look at the outlook of someone. See, Lionel Messi is like a god when it comes to football,
Facts.
but he's a short man. He's a short man compared to Cristiano. Don't forget that. Cristiano is more popular because of his physique, not because he's as good as Messi. Not because he's as good as Messi. So, physically, Saliba is imposing. He's handsome. He is skillful. But then it shadows what Gabriel is doing.
Mhm.
Gabriel is a fighter. Gabriel is not a crybaby. I've not seen him cry. He's very chaotic. That's true. He's very chaotic. He's the kind of guy who would score an own goal, for example. And I know why B is saying that because when we faced them last season, Gabriel scored an own goal with his hand. You know, I mean, think about it. Think about it. You can score an own goal with any body part of your body that can score a goal, like your leg, your head, your chest. This guy used his hand and he scored an own goal. So to think that was even remotely possible, he's a chaotic man. No one would give him too much credit. But Saliba is calm and he's not, so he shadows him. Saliba, though, is the one who sometimes makes babyish mistakes. And recently, last week, you saw one against Real Madrid. When he lost concentration out of nowhere, he's sitting there. Vinicius is a quick player. He knows it. But he's like, oh, man, we are sailing now, yeah? Let me just give away one goal. That's the kind of child Saliba is, unfortunately. But it's all of them top defenders. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know what? You know how? I'll tell you, because Arsenal and Liverpool fans, because of the time we spent without winning, we are very, very similar in many ways. And I'd like to think of us as elder siblings to you guys, because we won a trophy more recently. So we are seeing in you guys the same traits we had in us a while back. When you look at your younger sibling and you're like, hey, I know this shit, right? You talk about Gabriel the same way we used to talk about Henderson, We're like, nah, he's great. He's a leader. You're like, shut the fuck up. That's an average. That's like, I don't know how the fuck is this guy. Do you rate Henderson? See, that's it. That's my answer. Exactly.
This guy got jokes. And
the kind of shit we used to say about, Dejan Lovren, you're telling me about Gabriel. Dejan Lovren was a leader, right? People would... But I just feel, one fucking quality defender in there who has character, who will stand up when the chips are down and the league is yours. Like, there's nothing stopping you. And that's been my argument for 2 years now. And 2 years, if you see, it's that fucking handball that costs you the league, right? It's those little moments where Van Dijk shows up and Gabriel doesn't. That changes the complexion. And even for that matter, whatever Pep's monsters are, right? It's that moment where Gundogan just randomly shows up. Gundogan actually played CB the year they beat us by 1 point, right? It's the character that works and not the player sometimes. That's again just a theory that I really wanted to tell an Arsenal fan.
Yes. And you would think that when it comes to Pep, man, it's different. He could even play Haaland in centre back and it would work.
I don't doubt
You're getting a call, I think.
Yeah, I got a call, but I'm fine now.
Right.
So, who has been your player of the season, and also your favorite match from the season, Bhavneet? Liverpool match.
Oh, my favorite, both City games.
Both.
Thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, it has become a rivalry in recent years, City and Liverpool.
I mean, it's a rivalry in the way of David and Goliath. Anyone who's going up against City, he knows. He knows anyone that fights City is just fighting unlimited wealth and one madman. So beating City, doing a double over City is honestly one trophy. So I think best games of the league came there. Also, humiliating United is always fun. So it's just one of my favorite things ever. So I just
apparently there is a big rivalry between Liverpool and United. So and this season they have been below par. So understandably.
Like worst
this season,
worst season ever. To like,
and you know what's funny? Madrid, Man United fans, they're thinking or they believe somehow. I don't know where they get this delusion that they're going to win the Europa League. They believe that now because they're in the semi-final, they're going to win the Europa League. And I have to be the one to break it to them that because of the inconsistencies they have had all season, I don't see them winning any trophy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Same. Even me as well. Like for
a decade. Because of the inconsistencies they've had for a decade, they don't deserve to win anything. Since Ferguson left, it's been 13 years now. They've just been a fucking shit show. That just shows, sometimes one employee does run the company. Sometimes it's just
totally fault of the owners, like the worst owners ever like a club could have.
Second worst. Barca first always.
No way.
They have Spotify on the jersey. It's over for them, bro. They have to play
But still,
songs at halftime.
they are like they're investing a lot of money. They're building a team. They are doing
If they
making.
didn't have the academy,
Uh,
Barca was fucked.
but like
It just the
our
worst owners.
our owners are taking money from our club every year. Like we are the only
These
club.
are what side are you on?
United. Sorry,
Oh,
like the whole.
oh, okay. Oh shit! I thought there was no United fan there. I was
Yeah,
just putting a little.
So now you're going to go easy on him now. No,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
push.
we're gonna double down. I mean, I'm gonna go 7 more times higher.
So who has been your favorite player of the season till now for you, Mugerwa? Player
My
of the
For
season in
season.
me,
general.
I would choose the unspoken, unsung hero. Okay, I'm gonna choose two because it's rare that a player does this. There is a young player. He's only 18 years old, but the way he has shown up against the likes of Rodrigo's, the likes of Mo Salah,
Mm.
the likes of I'm not seeing any other wingers who are really good, to be fair. So I'm mentioning the ones that I know that are really good. But the entire league, he's played diligently at 18 years old. I would choose him as the player of the season, but I also can't do that knowing that the other senior players who have been working so hard to accommodate him and put him in the team. I would say so. His name is Lewis Miles Skelly. He's a very
Okay.
young lad and a very good player. But because of the industry and tenaciousness and the fight that this guy brings to the team, I would say Declan Rice. I think he has come up and
Uh-huh.
produced the goods. He's worth the money. He's really worth the money. I think we actually paid half price for the
Yeah.
100 million.
Come on.
We paid half price.
The 2 free kicks.
West Ham should be asking for more money from Arsenal for sure. No kidding. This guy is
He has been
is
playing
incredible.
very well like throughout the season, I feel. Like attacking
Yeah,
wise
he
as
did.
well.
Exactly.
He did. He did. He did have a little bit of a slump those times when he got a red card for kicking a ball away. The things that you didn't expect from a 100 million player. You shouldn't be missing games for mistakes like that. And he had problems because he couldn't identify a place where the coach couldn't help him identify a place where he could play. Like, you know what I like about Liverpool and their coach, Ancelotti. Ancelotti comes in and he lays down the law.
Yeah.
You gonna play this, ABCD. This is the tactics, and this is the way we're going. My good lord, I thought that when this guy comes in, we're going to watch him do some good things, 2, 3, 4 games, and then when the mask comes off, we're going to see Eric Ten Hag. You
I
know,
was
I
ready
was
for that
waiting for
too.
that moment. I was waiting for that moment. When is Eric Ten Hag coming out? Bro, guy just kept pushing. And here we are. He's 12 points ahead of us. There's nothing we're going to be able to do to catch him. And I feel so jealous, I'm telling you, because this was a time when Klopp has just left for Liverpool to fall down. These guys just kept on rising. And that was the problem that Arteta had, that even after 5 years at the club, he had failed to master a number or a position for a player like Declan Rice, not knowing that he had the
Yeah.
industry to go on and score free kicks. Can you imagine? After 100 million paid like two seasons ago, we're just finding out now that Declan Rice can score a free kick after paying all the money. We think, wait, what? I'm shocked. You can score a free kick? You, as a coach, you should have known that at the beginning. Why? What kind of scouting were they doing? So I blame the coaching staff for Declan Rice not having a good season. He could have put him on the free kicks. He has put him on set pieces, which were the corner kicks. He's been getting assists here and there. But I thought that they could have done a bit more jobs, a better job in terms of putting him further forward to get better. So I don't blame him, I blame the coaching staff.
And Bhavneet, your player of the season for now till now.
I mean, any player I name is after, for granted, Mohamed Salah.
Ah,
I
nice.
mean, come on. This season of a lifetime. Disappeared from big games.
Yeah, I was recently reading about it as well. Like Arne Slot had a talk with Salah that he will bring out the best. from him, and that's how he had assembled his team as well this season.
Yeah, I don't think anyone needs to bring the best out of Salah. I think the day he
Hmm.
landed in Liverpool, he just felt it and he's not stopped. I mean, he's going to retire a Liverpool legend. He signed the new deal. So
Hmm.
hands down, goated. I think even even the harshest of rivals, even United fans who is tormented for years, will agree that he's a better winger than any who's played in the Premier League. Those numbers are better than so many strikers, so many club legends.
Hmm.
Uh,
100%.
every season he's played his broken records. Uh, Goat.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
so other than Salah, I'd say Gravenberch. I didn't
Gravenberg.
Gravenberch was just like under Klopp. I think Arteta is having the same problem Klopp had in the last few years. Pep had a couple of times in his PL career, which
Hmm.
is being very stubborn with his own ideology. Right now, okay, not being decisive. Okay, if this is the player's skill set, I have to change my system. And that's the same problem Gravenberch had last season under Klopp, where he was playing a forward, high pressuring forward, and the second slot put him in CDM. I think if not the best, the top three CDMs of this
Hmm.
year has to be Gravenberch. So, and any game that I think that's how Arsenal
And he
got us
didn't
to. They,
start well as well, right? Like last season was not good for him from
yeah,
memory.
last season was all right because he was playing in a very very different role. The
Hmm.
second slot said, "No, you play CDM," and any team that has managed to lock down his turns has beaten us.
Hmm.
It's that simple. What made
Yes. Yes.
Slot's a good manager, but that CDM role is very important. He lucked out that he just found one in the team, like one of the very best seasons, just
Yeah.
sitting there in the team, and that's the only reason we've had.
Yeah,
I'm
Liverpool
telling you,
needed a replacement for Fabinho, and they were not
But
getting
but
it
but but,
for a
but
while
you,
we
while.
needed a replacement.
it's not just like the hard tackling type of CDM. He also he's very skillful with his
Hmm.
move.
He
I
can
I,
dribble.
I haven't seen I haven't seen anyone as good as a CDM on the ball like Gravenbach is. Honestly, he has a way that he moves that you would think he's not that sort of kind of defensive kind of player. I see a little bit of similarities when it comes to Partey because Partey is also very skillful,
Yeah,
and it's not very noticed because
injured.
I don't know, because he's African or something. They don't expect him to do that, but he is a
No,
very very skillful player.
Partey is
Hey,
injured because he's injured.
no. It's not
He
about
has
injury.
so many injury concerns.
Okay. So do you notice that every time Partey is playing away,
Uh-huh.
he's playing away, not at the Emirates, and he gets the ball, he gets booed.
Yeah.
Is
Do you know that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
it? Right.
yes. In
Because of
fact,
that SA case.
the data guy has been sleeping now. Please wake him up. Tell him to do some research on that so he can give us some data. Partey gets
Honest.
booed every time he's playing away from Arsenal,
Yeah.
and that could kill someone's confidence.
That's
But
true.
it has not deterred him. The image he has is he's a good player, but is not accepted by the fans of the English media and whatever. They don't kind of like him for some reason. I don't know why. There was some rumors
Yeah, because of
before.
that
I
case
guess
now, I
it's
think. Because of
yeah,
that,
because
yeah.
it might be. But bro, you can't be accused of something that you have not been convicted for, right? I
Hmm.
mean, there is a case that is pending against a certain black London player. This
Yeah.
could be Wilfred Zaha, who went
Hmm.
to Turkey for some reason. I
Yeah.
mean, guys, come on. He was playing in Crystal Palace, then he runs away. They said that there was and everyone assumed. Can you imagine? Everyone assumed that it was Partey.
Hmm.
When they said it is a black player who plays for a London club, no one was thinking about Moises Caicedo. No one was thinking about Alexander Iwobi. No one was thinking about this guy Wilfred Zaha that I just told
Hmm.
you, who looks like a thug himself. He looks like a guy who could actually rip someone. But I'm so sorry. This is a very bad one. I'm sorry for Wilfred Zaha.
Man,
But everyone
whenever
was
you,
thinking Thomas Partey. Why is everyone thinking Thomas Partey? I'm so offended that they were thinking about. So when he goes away, he gets booed, and I guess it has created a very bad image for him in English football. But he's one of the good players. But going back to Gravenbach, I think he's a fantastic player. and yes, he would deserve to be player of the season. Had if Mo Salah never existed, Mo Salah has to be non-existent for him to be player of the season, which is unfortunate for him.
So, who has
Yeah.
been your most underrated player of the season? Like from Arsenal?
Underrated
Maybe
player
Merino
again.
can count.
Great shout. Love
Sorry, say
Merino.
again.
Merino.
I think Marino has been rated. The fact that you actually mentioned his name is because he has been rated, but the fact that we
Uh,
don't mention Thomas Partey's name is because he's been underrated. So I
mm,
guess I will still choose Thomas Partey for Arsenal as being the most underrated. I'm thinking if there's someone else that I'm forgetting. To be
David
fair,
Raya.
Raya as well.
David Raya is a very good goalkeeper. He gets his flowers when he does well.
Hmm.
He does get his flowers when he does well. I'm
But then he's
thinking.
done well in he's done very, very well in games where defense has completely failed you guys. He's actually pulled off what a great goal, like what Neuer's of the world
Uh-huh.
pulled off.
Come on, B. Come on, B. What are you talking about? Arsenal's defense is the best defense in England,
I
and you
mean,
say
and
David
yes,
Reyes.
exactly. That's the to be a goalkeeper behind the best defenses
Hmm.
comes with the biggest of pressures, right? And the days your defenses have fallen, Raya has been there, and Raya's been like this since his previous club. Where was he? Was he? He was a B, right? He was a B
He
before.
was he
Yeah.
is in Brentford. Yes, he was
Yeah,
playing in
Brentford.
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 And he was like making points for me in fantasy league all the fucking time for like 4 seasons now. Right. So
Mm,
I genuinely feel that it goes underrated. I know because anytime now Allison will leave Liverpool and go in a couple of years. And a lot of
mm.
success really comes from that fucking. I think in terms of underrated for me personally, Arsenal, it would be David Raya because he's been fantastic.
And for
Good
Liverpool,
shout, good shout, amazing good shout. To be fair, but I would
Yeah.
say if we had Arsene Wenger or Alex Ferguson in our goal, we would still be the best defense, and we would not we would still not concede as much. To be
Oh, I'd
fair,
like to see that.
well,
I'd pay
because
for that.
now all we have to do, you don't have to save too much when you're playing with the Arsenal. I mean, look at how we shut down Madrid, man, with Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. Man, they had no chance. They had no chance. They were falling in the boxes waiting for penalties that we're never gonna get. Like, I don't know. If you look at the defense, and this is very strategic. Arteta has been very smart with his defense. He bought very tall players, starting with Ben White when he bought him those days. He now sits on the bench. He had Saliba, he had Gabriel, he had Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Mikel Moreno. When you see those figures on the team and you're crossing in balls, you're like, we have no chance. You have no chance. So it has been more of defense that has made Raya who he is today. I wouldn't want to say he's underrated. I'm saying when he does well, and when indeed he does well, like he saves the team, he gets his flowers. But you know who doesn't get his flowers? Thomas Partey. Every time. Every time, if he
That's
does
true.
well or he doesn't does well, no one cares. No one cares. Even when he scores, it's funny. Even when he scores, uh, Pundit's funny. Oh my God, this is funny. So, um, you can go to the Premier League account, and I think this is a classic example. I'm so glad I remembered this. If you go to the Premier League account, the game we played against Everton, I believe, I'm not so sure, but it is 2 games before, 2 games ago. In that game, Thomas Partey scores the winning goal. And guess what? Who gets the shout out on the Premier League Instagram account? Declan Rice for the
Oh,
assist.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm like, yo, I mean, my brother just scored a goal right now. This is the time for you to say, well done, Thomas Partey, good move. And you know what they said? Declan Rice, what an assist. Fucking hypocritical. And they do this every time. They do this every time. And when it's Partey, he scored the goal. Partey, no, sorry. Declan Rice did the assist. So if it's Declan Rice who scored the goal, what a goal by Declan Rice. Did you see that free kick? I think it's been underrated, to be honest. I think it's underrated. But I would like to hear who has been underrated in the Liverpool team.
Liverpool, yeah.
Oh, the most underrated player in Liverpool. I think there's two good shouts for this. One has to be Van Dijk. Somehow we've not mentioned him at all in this title run till the last match. But then again, considering Mugerwa's logic, okay, it is he's rated. He's not
Mhm.
underrated. He's rated. He's just not celebrated. I think it has to be McAllister. I mean, the kind of
Uh,
shit he's pulled off. He has three bangers this season.
mhm.
Uh, 1-0 win you the title or get you at least close
Yeah.
enough because I don't want to
Mhm.
say win yet. 1-0 get you close to a title. And I think there's been two 1-0s where the only goal was a McAllister goal. And that was the goal that came out of magic because the defense had us locked. There was no way
Mm.
Salah, Nunes, Jota were breaking that barrier, and Maka scored. And I think it's those two games that when you see a team pulling away from you when
Mhm.
you're second and you're first. At Liverpool, I've seen that a lot in the last decade, right? So
Mm.
it's that 1-0 that hurts you. It's that fucking Gundogan nonsense that fucking hurts you.
Yeah.
And I
Yes,
think
yes, yes, yes,
McAllister
yes,
has
yes.
played that role for us this year.
Uh-huh.
And I think the most underrated player, definitely McAllister.
But what about Jota? No, sorry, not Jota, but Diaz.
Diaz.
I don't know why I just hate the guy. I mean,
I
ever
know
since
why. I know
why?
why.
Why?
The exact reason I gave you before. He doesn't look nice. He's a fucking ugly boy, no?
What are you saying? He looks. I love how
Very
he looks.
biased because when it comes, bro. Look, I gotta be honest. Diaz, he just has money. But if he was broke, bro, no one would look at him, man. I'm not joking. And this
Yeah, I
is
agree
exactly
with that
what
as
B
well.
feels.
Agree with that
Honestly,
as well.
He looks at Diaz and he's like, why is he even starting when Gapco is there? Why is he even
Yeah.
starting when Jota is there? These guys look cute and nice and clean. You know, the
no.
player
If I,
score
if
goes for
I'm
you.
if I'm very honest with you, my main issue with Diaz that's been there since the day he's arrived is why is he here if Mane is still playing football? Right. Like I just don't get why Mane ever left.
Mm.
And every time I look at that wing, I'm like, fuck anyone who plays there. Like even when plays there, I don't give a shit.
It's a good shout, B. By the way, what do you really think happened to Mane?
Dude, I have no idea. That came out of nowhere. We lost the final. In the interview, he said, "I'm leaving." This is the careers, the final. I think the Real Madrid final where Courtois decided to say that he's not going to let anything go through, and Mane just left. I think he didn't like being a second fiddle to Salah. I think that was the main problem. And for some weird reason, maybe not a weird reason, maybe just what you pointed out, maybe just the look Salah just stole the same because I think their stats were equal for 4 seasons back to back, right? Firmino was
100%.
assisting them. I
100%.
think Salah had one better season, but overall Mane was the more clutch player. Like it's 1-1 and Mane shows up with 2-1, then Salah does
Uh-huh.
it 3-1, 4-1, right? That was
Yes.
what
Yes.
Mane was. And I genuinely feel he got a worse contract than Salah, where in his head he was like, I need to get 350, Salah's getting 350, and they didn't offer him that, and I feel he left. But FSG are at the end of the day owners of Boston Red Sox. They are racists for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, come on, man. White baseball
Yes. Yes.
owners,
ये
Yes.
screen बंद कर सकता
fucking assholes. So that's the only
That's
reason. So
that.
that's the only reason I hate Diaz because
है.
he's not Mane.
Mm.
I miss that fucker every day.
Yeah, Mane was.
Greatest Mane Firmino over Salah any day, but Salah is a god
Plus,
still.
how he worked for his hometown as well. Like Mane has a great story. Like he did
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
charity as well.
yeah,
Yeah. Back in Senegal.
Mhm.
yeah.
So
Great guy.
we will end the because Arsenal match is about to start. So we will end in next 10 minutes. So last few questions. If we compare the squad between of Liverpool and Arsenal, who do you think has the better squad? Like as a whole, not just the first 11, like the whole squad. Which team has
I
better?
think whoever has the better points has the better. I'm
But my comeback to that would be we had better points last season with the same squad as Liverpool had, by the way.
That's true.
So I would think that that point thing is not gonna count compared to the fact that Liverpool actually were paying the referees this season for some reason. They had no
We
injuries,
don't
no red
we
cards.
don't pay
They were
Salah. We
getting
don't pay our players. You think we have money to play referee? Pay referee. We
no
don't pay
no
our
no no
players.
Liverpool was somehow the VR was like in their pocket for some reason. I don't know what
Has
happened.
been for a long time now.
Everything was going their way.
Sure, guys. Yeah, that the handball Rodri VR is in our pocket. Are you fucking kidding? What is this?
This
This is
exactly. You know what happened. You know what happened.
Uh-huh.
We're not gonna mention all the other times you guys got lucky with the VAR.
Dude, we
When
are
it's
winning the league with a Nunes in the team. We really did well this year.
who?
There is a Nunes in the team. Despite that, we are winning the league. We actually did well. Trust me.
No. Okay. Quickly. Let us go
We'll go
man to
position
man.
wise.
Yeah.
You want to go position wise? Let's make life easier. Who has a better squad? Let's go position wise, right?
Okay.
Forward.
Forward.
Right wing. I mean, Saka, Salah. It's Salah, right? You agree?
You're starting forward. Let's start with the back.
Let's start
Okay,
with the
let's
back.
start with
Alisson
back.
any day, right?
Keep
Okay,
Alisson.
goalie. I'll give you Alisson. Sure,
Yeah.
he's
Right
way
back.
better than.
Now right back.
Right back, I think Timber is better than Trent.
I agree
100%.
because he's going to Madrid. I don't care.
He might stay. Okay, left back.
Left back.
And Robertson has a
Left
bad
back.
season.
I told you about our young defender,
Yeah.
19-year-old.
So I
He's
think,
inexperienced but a very good
Yeah,
player.
Robertson.
Who do you have in left
horrible
back?
decline. Yeah, I agree with you. Your player definitely.
Okay,
Robertson
left
has a
centre back.
all season.
Okay, great. Oh my God, B is such a nice guy. I like this. I'm like,
I gotta be honest.
you just gotta bend over and let me fuck you in the back. What's going on?
I mean, I'm not defending Arnold and Robertson today.
What about centre back?
I mean, both of them are ours. Like, I probably drop Konate.
Yes.
Saliba.
For Saliba.
So pair Saliba with Van Dijk. I'm happy
Absolutely.
to give away one position to Van Dijk.
Absolutely.
Yes, 100%. Very good.
Okay, defensive
We're going
midfielder.
in the right, in the center, in the middle.
Gravy. Gravenberg all the way. CDM.
Gravenberg for CDM.
Yeah.
I'll give you that as well.
Yeah.
Right wing. I don't want to say it.
Not wing, but like first two
Right
midfielders. Right mid, right?
Yeah.
Center right mid. Okay, so let us get two positions here, right? Two positions. We have one attacking mid and one who's roaming around.
Yeah.
Who are your two players there? By the way, as we speak now, Arsenal just scored a goal. I don't know whether you guys are following.
Fuck.
Arsenal just scored a goal.
So fast, like this.
But I'm going to let you guys make the guesses how it went in. Just
Was
make
it
a guess.
Declan Rice?
Saka.
Was it Declan Rice made the assist, and it was a set piece as usual. Kiwiyo scored the goal. You never hear of this guy because we have a problem with Gabriel being needed. Kiwiyo scored the goal. Yeah. So who are the two players you have there? B for.
If I
Liverpool?
put if Maka is the most underrated player, I'd definitely put Maka in there. Has to be there. I mean, you know he'd enter your squad any day, right? You all try to poach him.
So is Maka better than Odegaard?
No, but this season he is. For purely on clutch moments. Pure, and you'll agree to this. I mean, come on. I'm being very fair. You got to be fair.
Yeah, Odegaard has not been that great this season.
Odegaard's disappeared this year. The only reason we hear about Rice is because Odegaard's not there.
Man said Odegaard disappeared this year. Maybe he's right. I'll give up Maka for winning the league and Declan Rice for the pair together.
Oh,
Declan Rice
absolutely,
with Maka.
yeah.
I'll
Rice over Soboslai.
so that'll be a good one. Yeah,
Right
Zoboslai
wing,
over
the
Zoboslai.
important. Right wing. Salah versus Saka.
Say it.
Salah is gonna take that. Guys, I'm sorry, I put at something, so I need to pay for it.
That's all right. You can take the other two Arsenal players. I don't care. You put Salah in there, I'm good.
How much is it?
37.
Okay.
The first podcast where
Sorry,
we know
guys. Just-
how much food a podcaster has ordered.
Thank you.
He looks so different in this DP, right?
Yeah.
Finish. Shukran. Thank you. Finish? No? Finish? Yes? Okay, good. Bro, I don't understand when they keep sending these old guys to deliver food and they can't even see the screen. They're like, oh. He's pressing with the card machine. He's pressing with the card machine and he's like, Then he
Ayo,
puts it up and says, "Ah, what is this?"
there's
And I'm like, come on, come on. Put the numbers.
there's no need to diss Ferguson like that. Come on.
Man, there is so many young people looking for jobs. This guy needs to retire. Oh, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, go home to your parents or go home to your children. Come on. It's you know what time it is right now? It's 11 o'clock. This guy should be sleeping, taking a rest, and he's here stressing with me.
Love it.
So,
So I guess B agrees that Arsenal has the best squad, right?
How?
He gave me two other.
It's 6-5 and a Premier League, so that's 6-6.
mm, so who are the striker and left wing for that you guys decided? Left winger.
I don't know who's playing. They've been very inconsistent when it comes to the left wing of
Mhm.
Liverpool, and we have been consistent with Martinelli. So I think B would agree that he would give us that. Diaz, he doesn't even like him in that much. He said
Yeah, I don't care for
So
he
him.
shouldn't be
Martinelli,
there.
right?
So
Yeah, definitely.
Martinelli for yes,
And
And
Martinelli for
I'm
the left
I'm
wing.
generally biased towards Martinelli. I think he's a fantastic player. I wish
Mhm.
we could have
Yes.
poached him before Arsenal did. I think he would have been
Oh no, so you're just
fantastic.
following what really Jurgen Klopp said about him when he first saw him the first
Yeah,
time.
no,
He
dude,
said he's
I
gonna be
totally,
a very good player.
I actually, because it was one of those crazy years where I had nothing going on in life, I was just following football. I had actually scouted Martinelli myself. I'm like, yo,
Oh.
that's a player.
Did you?
So I'm one of those idiots who actually tweeted to Liverpool and John Henry, get this guy, you know. I was that guy. I'm just tweeting, you got to get this guy. This guy's awesome. So
B,
definitely
B
Martinelli
for the
any day.
win,
Every time,
guys. The goal. Hey,
Another goal.
one more.
the goal has been
Uh,
removed.
Oh.
that's VAR. Let's go.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to check again. I think they've
Hmm.
removed the goal. No, no.
No, they haven't.
When you're using the dodgy box, these streaming services, they can take the game back to where it started from.
Uh,
When I was just watching now, and I just saw the kick off again, and it's still 0-0. But there's been 8 minutes already gone, and the game is showing it's 1 minute now. So I guess it's one of those
yeah, it
mishaps
started
that
again.
happen.
And
No, it's
striker.
It started again. Yeah.
striker,
Striker,
whoever they have,
striker.
bro. It's very easy to beat
Yeah.
Nunes. I mean, anyone.
So unfortunately, our striker is injured, but I think he would have been better than Nunes had he been
Yeah, I agree.
playing. But who's playing when Nunes is not playing?
No one. It's
Eh?
Salah.
You
See,
guys are playing with 10
okay, I'll tell
players.
you. It's very simple. Okay, when you're playing with Nunes, you're playing with 10 players. It's that simple. I just want to be done with that guy. But honestly, we play Nunes in that place. We play Jota in that place, but Jota's been injured for half of the season. He's been
Yes.
gone for a while. I think he got one goal against Everton that got us into it. Other than that, he's done nothing all season. So for one goal, if I'm like, yo, this guy's better than Salah, then that would make me a Saka fan. So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say that. I'm just fucking with you. I really like Saka too. But yeah,
Mm.
any like and injured and sometimes even Gakpo was injured for half the season. He's come back. He's done not much. He scored in the EFL, which I don't rate. So I think any
Yeah.
striker you put right now, like if Datta starts playing football today, he would be a better fit in my 11. Yeah. We don't have a striker, and we are winning the league without a striker. So I'll drink to that.
So last question for then we can end the stream. So how will you celebrate Liverpool winning the league? Like how are you planning to celebrate that? And what if Arsenal wins the Champions League? Have you thought about it? Like how will you celebrate that?
If Arsenal wins the Champions League, then I have like
That question for
so
Mugerwa. Your for your the question is
Let
better.
him answer
Liverpool.
both. Let him answer
Okay.
both. I think it would be nice to hear
Yeah,
what he has to say.
honestly, I'd prefer Arsenal winning the Champions League over Liverpool winning the league because the day I win the league, I have zero Liverpool friends. So I'm just gonna get hate messages for all of them. But every Arsenal fan in town has promised me that if Arsenal win the Champions League, I'm getting drunk as fuck. So honestly, honestly, I'm gonna celebrate Arsenal winning the Champions League more, and I genuinely hope they do, man.
I like that. I like mine. I think I met a friend tonight, and that friend is called B. But you know what I'm gonna do when Arsenal win the Champions League? I was thinking, this is the very first time in my life I'm going to get a tattoo. But obviously, as you can see, there's no way I can put a tattoo on
Amen.
my body. So I was thinking to put it right here in my palm where everyone can see it properly, because at least it will be visible as well. So I'm
Fact.
gonna get a tattoo, and the tattoo I'm going to put it right here on my palm because it's better
Let's
that way.
motherfucking go.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of a Champions League trophy right here, so I think it will work out, and it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny because look at me. Where can I put a tattoo on my face? So, apart from my palms and my tongue, only places, only places. So I don't know. They better not win, because if they do, I'm gonna do something crazy. You know.
I hope you do something crazy, man. I'll be there to watch it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we'll do
can't
the
wait, can't wait.
watch along as well for that match. We should.
Oh,
We can.
that's gonna be amazing. What should be the setup for the watch along? What are you guys going to? I mean, how do we set it up to make it happen?
So we can just set it up it like this, and we can have another screen where we can watch the match. Like we can't stream the match here, show the match here, so we will just watch the match from that screen and then talk about it here. Like it will be the same thing, just
Okay.
you would have
I'd love to do
you
commentary
would
on that.
you would need
Beautiful.
another.
So watch along like the PSG game. You mean right next week?
No, I was
No, the
thinking of
final.
final.
Oh, the final. The final.
Come
Only if
on.
we will be there.
Non-Arsenal
Only if we
fans,
will be there.
non-Arsenal fans do not watch two legs of Arsenal playing.
Exactly.
I prefer not to speak. I'm gonna do the Mourinho.
So that
Yeah,
was the end of the
but
stream.
if
Yeah, you were saying.
thank you very much, guys. I really enjoyed this. It was
Thanks a
really
lot
nice.
to you as well, like for taking out time for this. And thanks
Absolutely.
Bhavneet, thanks
Yes,
Datta
and if you ever choose to
do the.
come to Dubai, please make sure you seek me out. If I ever choose to come to India, I'm sure I'll not find you. There's 1 billion
Yeah,
of them
of
guys,
course.
so I don't know where I'll find you. I'll not even try. I'll just meet the next guy and call him Dattaprasad, and the next guy will be KaalaaNamak, and the other guy will be me. I feel right at home with them.
Yes.
To think that I have to land in Delhi, for example, but then I have to travel another million countries. It's like moving from Kenya to USA, trying to look for Bhavneet, for example. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm going to India. I'm going to Delhi, and I'm
Honestly, I
going to
wouldn't
stay in
recommend
Delhi.
it either. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Don't regret.
But it was a pleasure, guys. Being here. I've been.
Same here.
I've had a lot
And
of
we
fun.
should say thanks to Datta as well for just sitting it out like the whole episode. He did.
Zero context. Just like he's interested in, he just heard us.
That was expression to support
So how do
there.
we find the replay of this? Where do we get the replay of this?
I'll send you the link.
Okay, great,
So it's
great.
the same link
Guys, it
on.
was a pleasure meeting you.